The controversial Spider-Man Secret Lair is here. Now that everything's in hand, let's see if it was worth the hype. Buckle up, this is a big one. Here we are, Secret Lair's Spider-Man, the entire drop, including the non-foil and rainbow foil editions, with the exception of one special one. We have the Mana Symbiote raised foil edition. This is the Venom Lands. This was the big ticket one, the hot seller. So we'll go through all these. If you're someone who was considering buying this Secret Lair but missed out, or you're thinking about getting a one-off, this is the video for you. Getting right to business with the first one. We'll go with non-foil and then the foil version so that we can compare and contrast. Again, the point of this video is not to necessarily go over the individual financial aspects of it, and you can make your own decisions going forward if you think that you want to buy a single or you want to try your luck with the sealed version of the set. So this one right here is the Daily Bugle special one. It's meant to look like the newspaper covers, with headlines being the cards. So like Blasphemous Act, you've got the Green Goblin chasing down Spider-Man, and then Impact Tremors. It just works, right? You got Rhino right there doing the craziness. We've got a Fatal Push non-foil there. So this is going to be our bonus card for the set. Now, I'm not sure if this is one of the chase ones or not. We're going to have to determine that as we go through all of these Secret Lairs. In terms of the order that I'm choosing to open these, I'm opening them in hype order. The sealed values may line up to be a little different, especially since we're doing back-to-back non-foil into foil. So these are this will be the rainbow foil version now of the Daily Bugle Secret Lair. Just again, be able to do things one-to-one. I liked this Secret Lair. I thought it was cool. It makes sense to me that that foiling is kind of dull on that. The camera is picking it up exactly how it looks in person. It almost kind of has like an etched foil matte to it. So that's a choice. I was expecting this to kind of be a little more glossy on this one. So again, that's why we do these kinds of videos, so you can help make a determination if this is the type of thing you'd like to chase to be in your deck. You can see, I mean, it is rainbowy, it is foil, but it feels kind of flat. Like it doesn't pop. The color's not as vivid as you might expect. Like even look at that. That's, I mean, just comparing. So let's go one-to-one. Let's look at the Blasphemous Act. I mean, the coloring there is still a little more vivid in that, and it's dull in the foiling, which was one of the big complaints with the original etched foils, and here they are doing this. But the cardstock feels good. It almost feels like the cardstock's different. What do we have here? The Impact Tremors, again, a little more dull, but this is the least anticipated drop. We've got Harmonize in the ink, not colored. There are so many variants of these cards as well. I believe this comes inked as well, inked and colored, as well as just the sketch ink. We'll have to see how many variants we have. So next up we have on our list is Heroic Deeds. This one has, they did a variant with the villains one as well, where it also comes with Soul Ring and some commander staples, and then some other staples depending on the variant, whether you got the Villainous Plots or the Heroic Deeds, come with different ones. So we have here, now what's going on the back here? This is a damaged card on the back right out of the gate from our Secret Lair, which is super disappointing. So we're gonna have to see if we got something crazy there. Color looks already more vivid on this non-foil set. So 3 Visits, you have the Ephemerate there, cards that are meant to be played. So Ephemerate's interesting because of a lot of the flip cards that exist in the set. If you want to do a hard reset or flip your card back, that may be what you're using the Ephemerate for. Command Tower, this is again a card that's repeated in the Villainous Plots one, and then a Harmonize non-foil. So let's check out now the foil version of Heroic Deeds. Let me know too which one of these drops was your favorite. I like the Venom ones, and that's why I'm saving them for last. I think the group consensus of the community as well is that the Venom drops are the cool drop. Again, all right, so let's take a look. We'll compare and contrast here. The foiling, it's just an overall more dull card, which is a little disappointing. I'm not used to seeing foils dull out. I mean, Yeah, it's a different type of foiling. It feels like almost as a foil collector, someone who does typically go towards foils. I could see the case where someone may want a non-foil just because the color pops differently. 3 visits, that barely looks foil. Like you can tell in person, it's glossy, you know, but these aren't popping the way I expected them to. These lightning greaves, these look dull. Not as much shine to them. Look at that. I mean, you can see clearly just next to each other how these pull off. And the shoes are blinging out, you know, they're bright, but it just feels darker. And it's interesting with the last Secret Lair drop, they even sent a message out that they were going to send some compensation Secret Lairs because they didn't feel like they were up to their standard. So that's an interesting thing. I don't know if they're going to pull the same thing with this. Are we going to get a foil secret card in this one? No, but we do get Harmonize this time in color. So we have it inked and we have it in color, which is the theme that they're doing. Are they different numbers? So this is 21 and this is 18. So that may give us some clues as to how many cards are in this extra bonus slot for this Secret Lair drop. Moving on to the Villainous Plots now. Got Catwoman on the cover doing her shenanigans, stealing the stuff. Is Catwoman really bad? Can't tell how bad Catwoman is supposed to be. Not that big of a follower. I'm a Todd McFarlane fan, and Todd McFarlane did the design on Carnage. He did the design on Venom. Now this is a super sick go for the throat. I mean, that's so cool. Now, is it going to be dull though in the foil? Because that could be a make or break. That could be a make or break. This is not my camera overexposing the feet either. That is how the card looks in real life. So I tried to set my camera to have the most accurate colors for the cards. I didn't want to have things pop. That's something that's frustrating for me when I'm watching these kinds of reviews. I want to see how the colors look, you know, how might feel and look in hand. And that's disappointing, you know. Someone's got their camera color corrected to be a little more vivid or have things pop. Brainstorm colorized. I'm pretty sure this is one of the Chase ones. And it's early too, so I'll get this edited up. I'll check eBay postings, but I think this may be one of the Chase Secret Lair cards. We'll have to make the determination at the end. Villainous Plots now in the foil to compare. Looks like they did the same little thanks for being part of Secret Lair insert for all of these. Catwoman's coming up, doing all that. Did you get a chance to do this drop? Were you hesitant? Were you kind of lukewarm? The reception to the entire Spider-Man drop in general, these ones look about as dull, really. Holding Catwoman up to Catwoman, you know, there's a clear difference in an entire hue. Like that is as plain as it gets. So you can trade off your artwork from being vivid or not in foil having it dull out a little bit. So do you like your cards as vivid? Do you think the foiling compensates for that? It looks a bit more, it's like a more mute foil. I'm like really stuck on this, but I don't know. It's for me, it's something that's important when it comes to like blinging out a deck. You want to look nice. Now this one looks pretty good. I like what they did here with the foiling, but do these pop as well as I was expecting? No. So that's kind of the tail of the tape here. His shoes are looking pretty crazy. Electro. This one looks nice in person. Yeah, and just food for thought as you're going through this. These are all meant to give you an idea, a little sampler. One of all of them here. The Command Tower and foil. I like this Command Tower more than the one in the Heroic Deeds ones. I think this one's a bit cooler. Okay, so we got to Harmonize, colorized. Next, we're moving on to the Venom Unleashed, the inks. These are getting into the cool ones for me. I'm a big Venom fan, big Carnage fan. Toxin, the whole Symbiote line is interesting. Damnation right here, like the fact that this type of card's included, like this makes it worth the buy in my opinion. If you're just looking for strict value to playability, that Dark Ritual, there's a lot going on artistically, and I think that maybe having some color to this one would help it out. But for some comic book purists, this may be really flavorful. This might be something that sticks out. So you let me know if you like Surgical Extraction. Like, look at how much is going on in this. It takes so much time. In person, it, it does stand out well, but just look at all the detail that's going on in that. And it is truly a flavor, it comes down to personal choice, personal taste on these. All these cards seem to be perfectly slotted. Whoa, another Brainstorm in the colorized. This is 719, so this is the same variant. I mean, could this be a chase? I don't know. I mean, did we just get super lucky? So many questions with this Secret Lair. So many questions. I'm happy that I snagged the non-foils at MagicCon. So at MagicCon, they sold strictly only the non-foil variants, and the Venom variants sold out first. So if you're trying to keep track of like the pulse of the collector community and where were things moving, no foil variant or no foil versions were available at MagicCon. Let's compare these two damnations. Yeah, you can see there, like, look at how much that white pops on this. So this is like probably in my opinion, if you're gonna do the non-colorized version, it might just be best in the non-foil. It feels more like true to form, right? Like you're looking at just like the paper. It's kind of like a deconstruction flavor. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but to me it seems like it is stripped away. And two, we saw what happened when they did the concept arts in Modern Horizons 2, I think it was. Was it Modern Horizons 2? Yeah, it was definitely 2. Where they did the concept arts. Those variants did not perform well. Where they were like the sketches, those just did not perform well. This one seems to have done better, but I think that is because it's Venom, and that comics traditionally have more ties to that. So Harmonize, non-colorized, just the ink version there. Now we have the colors version of this, and I'll be sure to compare them next to each other so you can get a feel for that as well. If you think that you want to potentially go the filled-in color route, or if you want to do the inked version. A lot of choices with this. A lot of choices. Four variants of each card: a non-foil, a foil, and then a colorized version versus non-colorized. So I mean, look at the amount of detail that ends up popping. To me, it's like not even close. But maybe that's because I'm not a diehard comic purist, and this flavor doesn't like quite speak to me. But for me, there's like no contest. This is like is straight up as it gets. I do like that the serial number, so it's 2019 and 2000. Oh no, they aren't directly next to each other. I would have preferred to have them directly next to each other in my book, but maybe not. Wizards had other plans, I guess. Like, look at that Dark Ritual. No offense to just the inked version, but that just goes to show you that it's two different skill sets. Sometimes for comics, they'll have a person who does the inking, they'll have a person who does the coloring, and it's a total form too. I mean, look at it. It's just so much detail I feel like gets brought out once it's colorized. So that's just my personal taste, but let me know in the comments if you agree. Peer into the Abyss, just looking absolutely gnarly. Surgical extraction. They're trying to get the symbiote off of him. Get him away, Eddie. Get him away. Tendrils of Agony. That just looks great. This is definitely my favorite one so far. It's got the Venom artworks going, where we got Harmonize in color this time. Only one fatal push so far. That's something to take note of. Colors version this time, rainbow foil. Another important note for you collectors out there: the foil variant to the non-foil variant do count as the same collector number. So this foil damnation and the non-foil damnation are the same collector number. So if you are trying to, for whatever crazy reason, which I have contemplated doing it, trying to complete all of the secret layers, having the complete collection. This was like 4 or 5 years ago, back when they were only doing secret layers quarterly, or like they were much more rare occasion. So there's the non-foil. I'm sorry, there's the foil to the non-inked. So many key phrases I have to remember here. So right out of the gate, it's not even close. You got to go with the colored version there versus, again, here is. Look at look at that. That is so much more vivid. Like, this is so vivid compared to this. Like, this is probably the way to go? Question mark. I don't know. It's really up to you. It comes down to that personal taste, but I gotta say it is slightly disappointing that these just came out so mute. You really want these to pop, and they are. I guess for Venom, it'll make a little more sense since it's a kind of more dark, edgy character, but I don't know. Feels like a bit of a miss. Feels like a little bit of a miss, in my opinion. Surgical extraction and the foil coming up to the last one, Tendrils of Agony. Let's see what we get for the secret card. This is where my interest is like really peaking. Harmonize in color again, and then it came down to one, the raised foil edition of the mana symbols for Venom. This is, oh man, this is a cool concept. Definitely want this. Whoa, thicker packaging. You can see here that they've, wow, that's rad. Okay. We're going to definitely be taking a close look at all of this. So different packaging. They didn't put it in that type of film. Feels thick. I thought that it came with only one copy. So maybe these raised foils come. These look amazing. So you can see the texture. You can see the texture going on there. How it's, again, raised off the card. A lot of surface here for dings and blemishes to show up. So if you're, a collector caring about the quality of these. Okay, so you get a couple. So 2. I was under the impression that you only got 1, probably because I didn't read enough of the disclosure on what comes in these. There's the island there, raised foil, and our second island. Let me know, too, which mana symbol is your favorite. I'm a little biased to this swamp. I mean, it's got Venom in full cliche Venom stance, tongue going crazy, just being an absolute menace, going wild. So, and plus, I mean, if there was going to be a mana symbol that embodied Venom, it's got to be, black, right? So it's got to go those swampy swamps. Maybe, Rakdos, right? I feel like that's more of a Carnage thing, which they did do for Carnage. The Commander version of Eddie Brock does have a Jund flip cost. So if you're trying to do a Venom themed deck, you want those raised foils for your Venom deck, those are going to be the 3 that you want to chase. So as we move on to our last card here, I want to say thank you so much for your time. If you've enjoyed this comparison video, you like this type of content, I really do appreciate it. If you hit a like, hit a subscribe. My name's Chris. Thank you so much for your time. For our last card of the video, the last secret card, and I'll have a little recap for us. It is, whoa, one more Fatal Push. So let's go ahead and do a recap. Super tough to call right now on what the scarcity or rarity of these are. I'm seeing so many variants of these cards online, including each of these having an inked only version and then the colorized version. I have no idea. So time will tell. Maybe you can put in the comments if you would be excited about this, what you think. Let me know in the comments too. If you picked up the secret layer, if you're looking forward to it, or if this was a pass. Personally, I'm looking forward to putting some of these cards in specific decks that are themed around Marvel characters, and that's it. Like specifically that. So if that's not your thing, then this may have been just a flat out pass for you. So let me know in the comments what you think. Until the next video, my name's Chris. Thank you so much for your time. Much love, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.